On Saturday afternoon, April 30th, 1994, the most fearless man in the history of sport broke. Ayrton Senna wasn't crying because he had lost a race. He was crying because he had seen death up close. And this was the moment something inside him began to fracture. In the world of Formula One, Senna wasn't just a champion. He was the standard everyone else was measured against. That afternoon, the sport's chief doctor and Senna's closest friend pulled him aside. Sid Watkins grabbed him by the shoulders and looked him in the eyes. "You're a three-time world champion," he said. "You're the quickest driver here." Then he made him an offer that almost no one ever gets. "Give it up," Watkins said. "Let's go fishing." It was a chance to walk away, a chance to stop being a symbol and just be human. Senna paused, then replied quietly, "Sid, there are certain things over which we have no control. I cannot quit. I have to go on." That decision would cost him everything he had built. But when the sun rose on Sunday morning, the fear hadn't left him. And before Ayrton Senna climbed back into the car, he made one quiet decision, something no one noticed that day, but which would later change how his final hours were understood.
While most drivers were thinking about strategy, fuel loads, and tire compounds, Ayrton Senna was looking for something else. He opened his Bible and read a passage that gave him a moment of peace. It wasn't about winning, and it wasn't about speed. It was about letting go. The garage moved around him, but Senna didn't. He walked toward his car, the Williams FW16. Whatever doubts lingered, they weren't what occupied his mind. He wasn't thinking about survival. He was thinking about honor. Quietly, without drawing attention, he folded a small Austrian flag and tucked it into the sleeve of his racing suit. From that moment on, Senna wasn't racing for himself, and he wasn't chasing another title. He was racing for something bigger. He put on his helmet. The tears were gone. The fear was pushed out of sight. To the crowd, he looked ready, calm, prepared. But if you looked closely at his eyes, you saw something else entirely. You saw a man who understood the weight of the moment. The race began. The engines screamed. For a few laps, Ayrton Senna led the race, pushing forward the way he always had. Then, everything went wrong. His car slammed into the wall, and he didn't move. As the medics rushed to the car, they cut away his racing suit to save his life, and that is when they found it, was the Austrian flag. Senna had planned to wave it at the finish line, not for himself, but for Roland.
Senna showed us that your achievements are not your identity. He was the greatest driver in the world, but in his final moments, he didn't care about the trophy. That's what mattered to him. Success can make the world see you as a symbol, as something larger than life. But beneath all of that, what still matters is who you choose to care about. Senna had everything a champion could want, yet when it mattered most, he chose compassion over glory. If stories like this stay with you, you'll find more of them here. This is the Imaginarium, stories that change you.